I want Hakeem Jeffries to prove me wrong. I really do. But my biggest worry is that the political money machine. All right, so now with the Democrats, yes, Nancy Pelosi is adiosi. Get it? Like adios, Nancy Pelosi. Okay, anyway, check it. She is retiring. Now, she's not going to give up her seat, but she is not going to run for Speaker of the House. When I heard this news, I was like, weird, but excited. Confused, but still excited, because Nancy Pelosi, even though she, in my opinion, is not an ally to the people, she knows how to wield her power, okay? She knows how to crack that power, okay? She was an effective leader, not in a positive way, but she knew how to get her party under control, like the other guy on the Republican side. With her being gone, this opens up, at least at first glance, this opens up many possibilities for what I would like to see, a progressive party when it comes to the Democrat. I would like to see the Democratic Party turn more progressive. Okay. Doing a little digging. I don't think it's I don't think it's that simple.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Thursday night. Tonight, the political landscape here in Washington is on the verge of very big change. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is stepping down from leadership after a historic 20 years, the longest-serving
20 years? She was in here for 20 years. Bro, that's like, well, is that like, what, 2 generations or something like that? She's been doing her thug dizzle for 20 years, bro. It needs to be term limits. We can't have people old as dirt. Old as dirt. In these important positions. That's just insane. I can't even begin to where to start on how that is just not smart on so many levels. Okay, it's 20 years, bro.
Leader in the House, Pelosi became the first woman to wield the Speaker's gavel back in 2007. First elected to Congress in 1987, she's been a trailblazer, but also a lightning rod for Republican critics. And the announcement comes after her husband was brutally attacked last month, and she was allegedly the intended target. There's bipartisan agreement about her legacy, too. President Biden called Pelosi the most consequential speaker in history. Even former Republican Speaker Newt Gingrich said you could argue she's been the strongest speaker in history. CBS's Scott McFarland will start us off tonight from Capitol Hill. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, Nora. Speaker Pelosi says she will continue representing San Francisco in Congress next year, but for the first time in 2 decades, she will not be a party leader. It's an historic announcement, but also one with a profound, immediate impact here.
With Republicans set to take control of the U.S. House in January, Nancy Pelosi, the outsized political force for a generation, said it was time for her to step back.
For me, the hours come for a new generation to lead the Democratic caucus that I so deeply respect.
The announcement comes just weeks after a violent attack against her 82-year-old husband, Paul Pelosi, in San Francisco, allegedly by a conspiracy theorist who was targeting her.
For my dear husband, Paul, who has been my beloved partner in life and my pillar of support, thank you. We're all grateful for all the prayers and well wishes as he continues his recovery.
The current Democratic leadership, all in their 80s, are now making room
Damn.
for a new generation of leaders.
Whoa. It just, bro, can we run that back? Can we run that back?
Including Hakeem Jeffries in their 80s are now making...
Bro, these people right here. Okay. There's nothing wrong with these people, okay? I'm pretty sure they're beautiful people on the inside. Why do we feel that people who are in their 80s should be running an entire country and not have an understanding of what's going on with people 3 times younger their age, 4 times younger their age? That is 80 years old, bro. We forget gay marriage, forget abortion. Can we just put that aside for 2 minutes and get some term limits for these people? I got somebody in their 80s trying to represent me, trying to tell me what's good in their 80s. The same people who need help with their iPhones, okay? Who have trouble logging into Netflix. These people right here think they know what's best for
Making room for a new generation of leaders, potentially including Hakeem Jeffries of New York City, who could become the first African-American party leader in congressional history.
It's always good for a party to have new blood and new invigoration.
They'll have to contend with a Republican majority which plans to aggressively investigate the Biden administration, including what they see as a politicized Justice Department, as well as the president's family.
Was Joe Biden directly involved with Hunter Biden's business deals? And is he compromised? That's our investigation.
Pelosi, who's led House Democrats since 2003, was swarmed by colleagues, some in tears. The first ever female speaker, elected twice, is a prolific fundraiser and vote counter, having steered passage of then-President Obama's Affordable Care Act and key parts of the Biden agenda. She also famously clashed with Donald Trump.
That's not the point, Mr. President.
Once mocking his State of the Union address and tearing up his speech to the delight of fellow Democrats. Congresswoman Jackie Spears said the party's leadership was losing an incredible talent.
All right. Had enough of that. All right. One thing to note, and this is why I don't think too much is going to change. All right. I did some research on Hakeem Jeffries, okay? Seems like I don't want to be like a lot of people and say that things are going to stay the same with him. I mean, it's looking like he's going to get the position. I think a lot of people who could run against him are just going to just step aside and let him get his, get his work. I don't want to set him up for failure. I want to give him a chance. Just like I even gave Trump a chance. I was like, you know what? Let's see what he's going to do. I think he's this and this, but I want him to prove me wrong. And Trump didn't prove me wrong. I want Hakeem Jeffries to prove me wrong. I really do. But my biggest worry is that the political money machine. I took a look at some of his donors, and my God. First off, this dude is paid, all right? Talk about sponsorships, okay? Like I said, my biggest issue with politics and politicians today is the money from these big corporations who will pay thousands upon thousands, sometimes millions of dollars to make sure their organization is not touched from A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? That is my one biggest issue. And I just hope and pray he's not going to continue with the status quo, continue with what's been failing the Democratic Party, in my opinion. Now, when I say fail, I mean making my vote seem like it's worthless. When I vote for them, I'm just hoping they're going to do something for me, and each time it's been disappointment. I need that to change. And I don't want to speak negative into the future. I'm hoping Mr. Hakeem Jeffries will make a difference. I've seen some of his speeches. I've seen some of the the interviews he had with Trevor Noah and some of these other, interviewers on the late night shows or whatever. And it seems like it's a chance out there. It seems like it could be something positive. But the Democratic money machine is strong. And if it didn't let Bernie Sanders, and everybody loved Bernie Sanders, if it didn't allow him to continue, and in my opinion should have been president, I'm really pessimistic when it comes to what Hakeem Jeffries can bring to the table. But who knows? I want to be wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong, because I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right about this.